of his chief accuser. In a blow to the defense, the judge said there is no persuasive reason to let Cosby's lawyers' deposition testimony into the record. This morning's ruling means closing arguments in the case will likely take place tomorrow. The jury in his first trial deadlocked last year. Now to new developments in that Facebook privacy scandal. Two key figures preparing to testify, including the researcher accused of improperly giving Facebook data about tens of millions of Americans to Cambridge Analytica. ABC's Rebecca Jarvis with why he says he didn't steal anything.
He's the scientist at the heart of the Facebook privacy scandal, Alexander Kogan, a researcher at the University of Cambridge who lawfully ran a personality test on Facebook in 2014 to collect the data of millions of Americans. But according to Facebook, broke company policy when he shared that information with political consultancy Cambridge Analytica.
So, I mean, at the time, I thought we were doing everything that was correct. You know, I was kind of acting, honestly, quite naively. I thought we were doing everything okay.
Kogan telling 60 Minutes what he did on the social network was a common occurrence among researchers. His quiz, downloaded about 270,000 times, according to Facebook, put as many as 87 million users' information at risk.
People signed into that app expecting to share the data with Kogan, and then he turned around and in violation of our policies and in violation of people's expectations, sold it to a third-party firm, to Cambridge Analytica in this case.
The information, including everything from user locations to genders to interests, as well as information on their friends, potentially valuable in swaying voters with targeted advertising.
The idea that we stole the data, I think, is technically incorrect. I mean, this is not a hack.
Rebecca Jarvis, ABC News, New York.
People are making a big stink about a big plant in Arizona. Just like when 3 corpse flowers bloomed at the Botanic Garden last year, crowds are anxiously awaiting the blooming of a sister plant in Tucson. The corpse flowers' once-in-a-decade bloom lasts just 24 hours, and apparently it smells like rotting flesh. I have yet to smell the corpse flower. Have you gone down there for that?
I have once. I mean, it
reeks.
Undeniably awful. It's horrible.
Wow.
I bet people flock. They want to catch that little.
I'm so intrigued. I want to smell rotting flesh, basically. I mean, that's what they say it smells like, but I'm intrigued by this.
I know. I mean, you know, at least you don't have to travel to Arizona.
Yeah, there you go.
You can do it here locally. Today, day to be outside to maybe smell some flowers.
Some good smelling flowers.
I do want to talk about the month of April because we're looking back at all the numbers and you're saying, hey, you know, this April seems like it's been a little cool. Well, yes, it's been about one of the coolest we've seen around here in about 25 years. Now, you know, it happens. We get ups and downs in the climate, but when you compare to last year was the warmest April on record. So from year to year, we go from the warmest to the third coolest. Obviously, feels a little different out there. And this April's averaging about 10 degrees below where we should be. So it's just a kind of a crazy little setup we have. Outside, beautiful though today. Outside, some high clouds are streaming through 64 at Dulles International Airport. Those winds out of the south-southeast, and it's fairly comfortable all across the DMV right now. Just some high clouds trickling in. 66 Manassas, Culpeper 67, 64 Luray, 66 in Fredericksburg, Leonardtown at 63. Now the clouds, still getting some sunshine through, more some veiled sunshine, we'll call it, through the latter half of the day. As far as the approach of the rain, I think it's going to be late tonight, west-southwest of town, and probably not until later tomorrow, mid-morning before it arrives here. Here's the big picture. You can see the reach of this storm system circulating through the Midwest, throwing moisture through the Carolinas into portions of West Virginia, Tennessee, and Kentucky. But high pressure right over here is kind of holding it at bay. So they're basically fighting for position. And as this high loses its grips and moves off the coast, the moisture will eventually lift northward. And even into the evening, I think we're dry for tonight. And tomorrow morning, we're right on the line. I think the best chance of rain tomorrow morning, here's a 7 o'clock timestamp, still southwest if you're commuting in from like Culpeper or out towards the valley, maybe some rain. And then through the middle of the day, some periods of rain. Could be some heavier pockets Tuesday night into Wednesday. Wednesday wet for the morning rush. And then by Wednesday afternoon, these rain showers finally start to depart. but not before dumping down maybe a half an inch to maybe an inch and a half, depending where we're located. This is one model update. It only says about a half downtown, but Gaithersburg over an inch, 3/4 in Manassas, Andrews over about an inch, inch and a half down in Warrenton. So a good soaker, but doesn't look like flooding concerns at this point. So enjoy today. Tomorrow, wet and much cooler. That's one thing you'll notice. 59, still unsettled Wednesday, but at 67, at least we're turning the corner as far as a sneak peek to the weekend. Both Saturday and Sunday looking pleasant, still below average. Average jumps to 70 tomorrow. We'll be in the 60s this weekend. Highly isolated, a stray shower chance on Saturday, but most of the weekend dry and pleasant. As far as like a really extended stretch of high heat, I don't know what's happening. You have to head somewhere else. At least we're leveling out, but no, extreme periods of extra warm temperatures in our near-term future.
Okay, but also nothing too cold either. If we can just turn this corner and get close to 70, I'll be happy.
Or we'll just dive right into 90s before you know it.
Oh, hey,
Okay.
I'm with that.
Oh, you're down with that.
Pools will be open.
All right.
All right, thanks, Brian. Much more ahead here at noon, but first, here's what you'll see tonight at 4 o'clock.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm ABC 7's Michelle Marsh, and today at 4, Sinclair Cares takes you inside the foundation helping to advance autism research and erase the social